Hi, today I wanted to talk about a JMS connectivity issue that was encountered in the listen mode. So I wrote an article and wanted to give a brief video discussion about it. Uh, Basically, Boomi can operate a JMS connector, um, a WebSphere IBM MQ connector, where it has a host name, a port, and then some other various, like if you want to use SSL, you can specify the encryption algorithm, and then this will be used and posted as a listen operation. If you by chance notice that the listen, when you start it, the listener process associated with the JMS listen operation or connector has a red icon status, that means that it is offline due to an error. So to better investigate further, you may not see a UI error, but you can go to the connector container logs rather. And then in these particular logs, you might find a stack trace where you have that the listener failed to start. You may see the calls, it was unable to connect to the server. And then here you get some of the more meaningful details, the exception coming from the IBM library, the jar file, trying to connect to a host on this particular port was rejected. And finally, you see that it was due to a SSL handshake. So because we don't have visibility at the level from the UI, we have to go further and dig further and go into get a network capture. But before we do that, Boomi delivers two jar files. One is called com.ibm mq all client, and it's on version 9.2.0.6. And then it has a later version, which is 9.2.5.0. In this particular scenario, um, connection to the server initiated by Boomi works. So it's only in the listen mode that we saw this issue. So therefore, we look at the connector, we look at the network trace rather, and then what we were able to find is that this scenario where the connection is established, and as soon as the client hello, which is trying to establish TLS or SSL encryption, the server sends back a reset. So it doesn't like something in the client hello. So if we further examine, we'll see that the server name here is specified for the system 2E, etc. However, and that's usually a name taken from the actual Boomi host name. But if you notice in this particular case, the host name, this is an example, but the host name was not that specified. So we have to look further as to do some other searches to see if we can find anything related to the service name indicator being that value. Well, after significant searches, I was able to find a document that pointed out that 9.2.1, there were various MQ client versions that could avoid that. So given the fact that we had both the all client at 9.2.0.6 and the 9250 jar files, what we did to resolve this was just simply remove the earlier or older version from the library. So it's either in the user lib JMS directory, or for cloud users, it would be into the cloud files directory. Once you remove that, then you have the 9250 jar and its values, and then the listen will come online. You have to restart your environment, and then everything should work. Thank you for listening, and hope you have a great day. Thank you.